Hello, my name is Alejandro Garcia Maynez, and welcome to another video of sociology. In this video, I will teach you the sociology of the sport and how the sociology of the sport have changed the societies uh, between the years. So we have like an historical situation in historical timeline. We have the Mayan culture that played the ball in the very near to the pyramids of Teotihuacan, the pyramids that are located on Yucatan and different places in Mexico. So um, sports have been present on the societies since a lot of years ago, and its forms to represent the culture of a nation, the culture of a civilization, the culture of an empire, and the people that were very good in the in sports were represented um like the winners, like heroes, like people stayed that practice sport stayed on a better social status than the people that doesn't practice any sport. So it's plus the exercise and the sport gives you more physical condition to help you to your health. It as I told, it gives you social status. And another thing that we have to analyze in the sociology of the sports is that, like example, the Olympics, the classical Olympics that are organized by institutions, government institutions, um, are another way of process of socialization, and to join the socialization uh, to gather the people for creating peace, for creating um, a circus or a spectacle of of what we are looking. So uh, like example now, the Olympic Games, and and the football and all of this is going to be on Russia. I hope I want to be in Russia. I want to visit you if you are Russian. I want to visit Russia soon. It would be better if I visit Russia uh, in this 2018 year. So mm this this tradition of the Olympic Games, I don't have the correct year in which they started the Olympic Games, but obviously started in Europe, um, and uh, started too with other kind of cultures. Chinese culture is very present of the in the sports too. Um, like every single country represents each sport. So each country, maybe I don't want to be racist here, but sometimes in some regions it depends on the race, how much they are involving. Uh, they are having good results on the Olympic Games. So maybe this is a myth that Afro Americans can run more quick than white people, or white people can run more quick than Afro Americans, or Afro Americans are stronger, or this. I think this is a social myth, because the energy that involves the peace of the world, it change into different times and different spaces, and it can involve dreams too. So if someone have a dream of being the best the best swimmer in the world, then that people is going to do all the things that will be in their hands for being the best on that sport. That's why being racist is bad, because the dreams guide us into the timeline life. So this sociology analysis of the sports and how the sports are created, we can mention like in United States, we have university that have some association with the NFL, and this association can give scholarships to the people that are interested on the sports, and this is going to be their impulse to create new things to represent a society, to represent their universities. So that's why sports have a big place on the society, and how opens you doors in any country, in any university. So that's why many universities give scholarships from sports, because sports represent positive things, represent not political interest, represents really what the people that is practicing the sport. It's represent this interested. So there are we can find presidents that are practicing sports like hockey. We are we find out that presidents that maybe doesn't practice any sport, that they are interested on the military situations. And if you analyze the presidents that uh, likes sports, the results that the presidents have been throwing to the society is that the presidents that practice a sport is having more and better results. You can analyze this on your own country and find out if your president practice any sports of just run, if he practicing swimming on the ice, anything kind of sport that you can find out in your culture or in your tradition, if you are in Africa, whenever you are. So um, uh, obviously we are going to trust more on the president that is practicing a sport, that it's very valuable with the sports, that he is involved in the football, that he's involved in the hockey, in the basketball, everywhere. So this process of socialization of the presidents have a big impact on the society, and society start to get more interest on the sport, more interested on their own nation. So when football leagues start, the people start to have emotions and feelings very particular to defend their own society. So there are some theories that say that sometimes these parties, football party, it's made by interests of political interests and economical interests. Well, this is very naturally, but it is very normal to that in any kind of sport there is an economical interest by the first, and then by the second a political interest. So yes, maybe this the football like example, like the big example is the sport more practice, that have more practice in the world, that represent the nations in if we analyze the statistics, represent the nations into the biggest part of the world. So that's why institutions, I will not say names, but classical institutions that have been in the football leagues from all these years have been created these interests but these interests at the same time helps to move the economy, helps to join the society into good feelings, into peace, into having good relationships with the family, like eating chips, like you are watching football, like painting your face while you are watching your phone, football. All these things are process or of socialization. So um, this is not the central theme, but I will talk more about in other videos about the speed of the thinking and how we can evolve this. So another thing now that I'm saying the word speed is that the speed that we find out the football are always admired by the spectators. So when we saw a good footballist in the camp, we start to get excited. We start to look out who is that football player, who is that football player that did so good with the ball, and how much goals he throws to in the camp, and all of this. So this is how we can start some other process of socialization, like with friends. We start to talk about the things that we saw on TV, the football, how much if there was 2-1, 1-2, 3-3, 5-1, how many goals that this team put on the camp. So another sport very interested is the American football. The American football represents the courage of the society, represent how the society wants to impact to another guy. I began to throw my emotions to the air, and that is naturally sociological analysis of the sports. So we have volleyball, maybe there are, with all my respect, with the woman, but this is something that really happens. Maybe there are men that like to watch volleyball because um, they have daughters that practice this volleyball, or maybe we can make a thinking of how this volleyball have another metaphysical concept, have another energy concepts that maybe their emotions going to be slower than if we watch American football, or if we watch football players. So maybe if we are watching hockey, like example, our emotions are very difficult. Like if we are playing chess, it is considered a sport. It's a very slow sport. Practicing chess is a very slow sport, but it's like a sport because you have to think, you have to move hands. There are people that are sweating by throwing the piece of the chess into the correct place. So all these differences are process of socialization. So this process of socialization help us to join to the society, to join our interests. So another sport that now is in my mind is the skateboarding. So the skateboarding is going to be different from other sports. The process of socialization is very different. The language is different. So every single sport has his language. Every single sport has a process of socialization, has a different physical preparation for having the sport into into a correct place, into a correct good process of socialization, into good results on the notes that you will have on any kind of sport. So um, now we can talk about the sponsors that are given um, to the sport world. So this sport world uh, are founded by sport foundations, by sponsors that help to the people that are practicing the sport, and they began to throw good results to their team, good results to the nations. Then we are getting started to um, to create this thing and significations of the sports. So um, these sponsors sometimes have economic interests by doing my mark is going my logo in this case my company, it's named Catharsis, like example, and then I want to the best football player use my name of my company Catharsis to use it on his closet, or if you are practicing box, uh, then this box is going to have um, a sponsor or a mark that is going to be on the short, is going to be somewhere, and the people will start to buy that product because the man that is practicing that sport, uh, it's good in what he is doing. So um, that's why sponsors, economy, sports, sociology, and all the explanations that I have given you in this 22 minutes um, are important for you to understand if you are studying sociology of the sport. So I have been doing investigations about the some universities that are taking care of the sports, of the sociological sports, sociology of the sports, and I saw that sometimes they like this sport, but they have to use their methodology very good, very perfect for analyze and to get to start. Sociologists have to start to getting involved into these institutions that are propagating the 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 universe of the football. So uh, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for the people that always send me good luck. Thank you very much for your blessings, and I will be doing more videos for you in the next videos. For now, I say goodbye. Please subscribe, leave your comments, and I will be teaching you more lessons in the future. Have a nice day.